Today I'm going to demonstrate how to log in and use the VRTEX 360 virtual reality welder from Lincoln. Let's go ahead and get all of our equipment out today. First of all, we're going to open up, we're going to get our welding helmet out and remove all of our cords. Now, we've got all of our equipment out. Let's go ahead and log in. I'm going to log in as Mr. Bryant. Okay, once I've got my name logged in, I'm going to mash continue. And then we're going to check out our different types of plate. Today, we're going to be welding with the flat plate, but we have several different types of plate that we can choose from. All the plate are housed in the side of the machine. The one we're going to use is going to be flat. I've already got it located on the actual welding platform located here. So we're going to select mild steel, our practice plate, and we're going to mash continue. Okay, today we're going to be doing SMAW shielded metal arc welding. So I'm going to select shielded metal arc welding. You will receive instructions from me on what electrodes you are to use. Today we're going to find our book, and we're going to use the welding procedure specifications worksheet, and we are going to be doing a stringer bead. We're going to be using E7018 beads, 1/8 inch diameter. Type polarity is going to be DC positive. Amps is going to be 125 plus or minus, and then it gives our travel speed. So we do 7018, which is selected. We're going to mash continue. We're going to now go to our table and adjust our height on our table. So we're going to look at our table height. This is our table, and if we look here, it is on 6. So, and you'll see the 7, so it's on 6. So we're going to come back here, and we're going to go up to 6. Arm height, if you'll look at our arm height, we are on 13. So we're going to come back and we're going to go down to 13. And as you see us mashing, it actually moves our arm height to 13. Arm rotation. On our table, and our arm rotation is on B, on the black line, so we're going to set in B. Okay? Now, our coupon rotation, we can change that. This is number 2. We're actually on number 1, the way it's set in here now, so that's one we're going to select. We're going to mash continue. Okay? And it always gives us move the welding stand and arm and table to correct numbered position, so it's just double checking to make sure you've got everything set up properly. We're going to mash continue again. Okay, this is just a area where we can select our work site. There are several different, a welding booth, scaffolding, power plant, and we're just going to do a welding booth today. Right. Now, this is how we're going to set our amps and polarity. If we go back to our chart, if we remember, we're going to be using DC positive, so I'm going to select DC positive. And our amps, we're going to be, according to our information, is on 125. So we're going to rotate it around. And we can be plus or minus 5, so I'm going to leave it at 123.2. I'm going to mash continue. And it says adjust welding machine settings. Consumable diameter is 1/8, and that's what we're using. Okay, now I'm going to put my book back up, close my lid. Now I'm ready to actually weld. There are several things at this point that I can do. I can do some actions and cues. If I'm beginning, I may want to focus in on my travel speed, my aim, or my work angle. You can set as many of these as you want to. I suggest you do no more than 2, because in your visor when you're welding it gets too confusing. So let's today click all these off and let's do arc length, and that's going to be our cue. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to go back up and I am going to mash new stick. If we're using a new stick, then I'm going to put on my helmet. And what's seen on the screen and on the whiteboard will actually be what the welder's seen in the welding helmet. You have sound here, and this is what the welding helmet looks like. So you'll be looking through this visor and it will actually project what you're seeing on the screen. So you will have to adjust this. Now you have to be very careful because you don't want to tear this up, but make sure you adjust your welding helmet. To adjust your welding helmet, mash in, turn to the right to tighten, to the left to loosen. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put this on and adjust it. Okay, I'm going to tighten, and then I'm going to adjust my view screen through my lenses so that I can see, and it should be clear. Now I'm going to step over to my welder. I'm going to get my electrode holder. There's a couple of positions that you can adjust your electrode, and I'm going to adjust at an angle, and I'm going to be ready to weld. Once I stop welding, I'm going to raise my visor up. I'm going to put my helmet on the holder, and I'm going to mash next. Okay, and this is the readout that it gives you. Okay, I'm going to do in pass, and it's going to actually give you your score. So you can see in position was a 57, arc length was 40, work angle was 54, travel angle was 54, travel speed was 54, and the total, my score was 51. Steps in setting up this machine: we can go back, we can rotate, we can zoom in, we can pan out. But let's rotate it so we can see it. We're going to clean it. It's what looks like clean. We're going to zoom in. We can make it bigger so we can see all the defects in our weld. Now when we get ready to practice and try again, we want to do a new coupon. We'll go back to actions and cues. If you want a new stick, then you add a new stick, mash new stick, and it's going to lengthen the electrode stick. Close off. Okay. And we're ready to weld again. Right. If you have any questions, just see Mr. Bryant, and we'll be doing this for the next couple of days so you'll get used to it. Any welding that you do, you always need to save. And you go to menu, and you will save weld to USB before you clear it off. Now, as I've demonstrated, I'm going to demonstrate welding one more time, and then we are going to save to USB, and then we're going to log out and do procedures to clean up and cut off the machine. So I'm going to put my helmet back on again. I'm going to do in pass. I do next. You see my grade, my score this time was an 81. I'm going to come back. I'm going to clean my weld. And then we can zoom in and look. And you can see the imperfection in this weld. Now, I want to go back to my menu and I want to save this weld to USB. So that will save your score so that I can see it at a later date. Make sure you always use your first and last name. Now, if you get ready for a new coupon, the new, and you're ready to weld, now we're going to go ahead and close out the machine. We're going to mash menu. We're going to do log out, and it's going to ask, are you sure? Mash yes. And we're going to do shut down. Okay? If you're another student at this point in time, if we were welding, you would not mash shut down, you would just enter your information in. So we're going to go ahead and shut down, and it will shut down now. While it's shutting down, let's go ahead and open up our bottom two cabinet drawers so we can always put our equipment in.